What's up, guys? Jason Stewart here with Epic Fighting, and I'm here with Jonathan Wilson, who trains out of Victory MMA, who is fighting on our next card. And you grew up in Northern California, and your whole town burned down. Tell us about that.
So when I was in high school, we were kind of just watching a soccer game, and
In person,
yes,
by the way. When he first said that, I thought they were maybe on TV, but the soccer game was going on.
Yeah, so we were down watching.
And you could see the fire happening.
Yeah, we saw the smoke, and I remember telling a friend, I was like, hey, it's going to hit that mountain, and then that mountain, and then it's going to come down into the valley. And that's exactly what it did. And then, like, the planes were, like, flying, like, super low to us, dropping all the...
Trying to get the water on it and all that. You know,
trying to get the fire out. And then the fire was, like, super close, and one of the other, like, nearby towns was already evacuated. Then when it got a little too close, they finally canceled the game. It was they waited way too long for that. But...
they almost finished the game, right?
Yes, yeah, they almost finished
the fire's happening the whole game.
Yes, the entire game. So then we ended up leaving, had to evacuate. We stayed in a trailer for, I don't know, like probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when it was just like, had no idea what burned, what didn't. We weren't allowed back in.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were fortunate and unfortunate. Your school burnt down.
Part of it.
Part of the school burnt down.
School burned down.
The property that you and your whole family grew up, which was land.
Yes.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
The whole thing burnt to the ground.
That was gone. Yeah, that was gone.
And then you were just transitioned to another house.
Yes.
And the house across the street burns down, but you get lucky and that house is still standing.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like, you'd be like going down the street and you would see like, this house burnt, this one made it, this house burnt. It was like really random.
Huh.
It was weird. But yeah, the one across the street from us, like right little kitty corner to us, that one didn't make it. Ours made it. All the trees across the street, all the grass, that all burnt. But our house and everything on that side of the street made it. It was weird.
Okay, so let's go from there to like, what gets you into martial arts? Like, I mean, did that mess with you mentally? Was there?
It kind of did at first. It was just kind of like a...
I mean, you were fortunate and unfortunate. Like everything burnt down, but you still have the house.
Yeah, so it was just like a kind of like a wake up call. It was like, dude, like, you know, this can happen to anybody. You know, because when I woke up the next morning, I just didn't feel real. I was like, what was, you know, like it didn't feel real. So it was kind of a wake up call for me. But the martial arts thing, I'd always watched UFC growing up, watched MMA, and watched like all the older cards, Chuck Liddell growing up, Anderson Silva, all those guys.
So you kind of had a seed planted from a young age that you want to do that someday.
Yeah, I was just watching it a lot.
And then how did that someday come about? Because a lot of people want to do it, but they never actually step foot in the gym, or they never actually...
Yeah. So I actually met my coach now, his name's Dion. I met Dion, and we just started, we kind of clicked. And I played soccer for a long time, so I always had like pretty good kicks, just because of soccer growing up. Yeah. And we just started working and training kickboxing, and the rest was kind of history there. And we just clicked right away.
So you did one fight before COVID hit.
Yes.
2020, like early 2020.
2019.
Oh, 2019.
2019, yeah.
How'd that fight go?
I won by knockout in 52 seconds.
That's a quick win.
Yes.
That's a quick win. So you win, COVID happens, you can't compete anymore, and now here we are years later.
Yes.
What is it, 3 years later? Yeah. And you said that you almost feel like this is your debut all over again.
Yeah, I'm treating it that way because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm experienced. You know, it's been years since I've been in there and competed in MMA.
What are your strengths as a fighter?
I've got really good kicks. I got really good kicks.
Most soccer, like Jose Aldo and all those guys, people don't realize, like, they were some of the most effective kickers. Anderson Silva, like, they grew up playing soccer.
Soccer, absolutely, yeah. So I got really good kicks. That's kind of my thing.
Okay, so you're more of a striker, you say, than a grappler.
Yeah,
but your ground game is legit.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. So. How do you see the fight ending?
I see it by stoppage in the second round.
Stoppage in the second round. Due to kicks?
Probably. I think he's a tough kid. He's got good boxing. He's got good hands. I think he's going to rely on landing a big right hand. I think that I won't be there to land the right hand on, and then I think I end up stopping him in the second.
Woo! Your training partner's over there shaking his head in agreement, nodding his head in agreement, like 100%. Hell yeah, that's what's going to happen. He already sees it.
Yes.
I can't wait to see you in action, man.
Thank you.
I'm so great that you're part of the Epic Fighting family.
I'm excited.
I'm so glad that you guys are too. Come check us out May 20th, epicfighting.com for tickets. And get them quick because the prices go up the closer we get to it. And if you can't make it to the event, epicfightinglive.com, or just go to epicfighting.com and click the live stream pay-per-view order button. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much.
Boom.